And our correspondent, Gloria Umezoke, I understand, is also there and ready to talk to us. Good afternoon, Gloria. What exactly is the picture on ground there as we wait for this all-important briefing? Gloria, please go ahead. Now we can see you, and we'll probably be able to hear you as well. So please go ahead. We seem not to still
here at the official opening. Of course, in a few minutes. Actually, it was announced yesterday that by midday the Collation Center, which forms a secretariat, would open. An INEC chairman would do the opening today, and where it would all be coupled. That's all the results for the 2023 general elections. The voting, sorting, and counting will be brought in. Even though voting was postponed in many polling units, across the country. About 141 units in Bayelsa State and other areas where skirmishes, occurred. A large crowd of this sorting, a large chunk of it rather, was actually brought in here by the presiding officers. At the unit level, the presiding officer would, upload results, to the IREV and then submit it to the manual. Of course, he will take it to the presiding officer from the ward, and then to the state level, local government, and then state, and then it all gets to the resident electoral officer of the state. So the recs of these states would actually, as including the FCT, would come to the National Collation Center, which is a secretariat, with their spreadsheets and, present them to the INEC chairman, who is the chief returning officer. So certainly it is not a tepid atmosphere, I must tell you, Ladi. Right now, anxiety mounts across the board. Right here, you can see loads of people, here, media, security personnel. Security has been heightened around here. So yes, the Situation Room is here, and even from yesterday we saw security personnel, observers, local and international observers, all here milling around, all hawk-eyed, of course, trying to prevent anything untoward from happening or anyone from subverting the process. And yes, we're all waiting as well for the presiding officers to get their spreadsheets across to the recs, who will be here to present to the chief presiding officer.
Gloria, I'm very happy that you've taken us through quite a bit of what it is expected to happen, because beyond the formal opening ceremony and what the INEC chairman will brief about development right across the country, the receipt of results will begin almost immediately. Is that your expectation?
Yes, when the recs bring this spreadsheet here, already this spreadsheet is something the INEC chairman would have had privy knowledge about. So when they just bring it, it's going to be presented to him physically. And so all of these will be reflected here on this giant board that you can see on my left-hand side. So whatever they do, we'll see them right away. But of course, what we have on the IREV is just at the polling unit level where results were collated, and then that is all Nigerians are allowed to see by law. Anything outside that is would only be privy to the INEC chairman, who would make that known to us from here.
Indeed. I wonder, you made reference to the atmosphere a little bit earlier on, where you talked about, there's heightened expectations and people, there's also heightened security. That speaks to what the INEC chairman made reference to yesterday when he said, look, we'll be beefing up security, not just in Abuja, but at the various collation centers at the state. Yes. It is in that respect that I want to ask, where you are there, I don't know if you've spoken to any of your colleagues.
Official opening of the Collation Center, which is actually the Collation Secretariat, would happen right now. And then we're going to hear a lot of details from the INEC chairman, who will bring us up to speed with what they have been observing in the last couple of hours. And we know that voting continues in several parts of the country. We know that, Bayelsa and where skirmishes occurred in Edo and in the northeast and all of that. All of these votings are still happening, and so he will still be getting minute-by-minute updates from across polling units. And so we expect that he will bring us such details in the next couple of minutes. Already we saw Mr. Festus Okoye here, the national coordinator, and then we saw a lot of other personalities out here. So I mean, the expectation is quite high, I must tell you.
Indeed.
So one wonders, well, we know that generally at such a venue as you are right now, there are journalists and there are party agents. What other categories of people are there?
So we see even international observers. You know, it's a keenly contested election, one that people understand will determine the future of the country in the next 4 years. And so you can see that the interests are heightened, and because there's a general political awareness across the country. So you see that the interest cuts across, you know, both media, observers, and again, there's a high restriction in here. The INEC chairman made known yesterday that the collation agents, only accredited collation agents will be allowed in here. So we're not seeing anything outside the box untoward. So we're seeing just those who are accredited, all waiting, some of them milling around in security agencies. So there's nothing outside what we already know, that number of people, regarding number of people that should be here. So basically, it's all tepid. And we're waiting for the INEC chairman to come and perform the official opening.
One of the issues that I remember Ladi raised yesterday was we hope we will not have another Orubebe scenario as we had in 2015. But speak to this as well. A number of people have been raising issues about IREV. What have you heard about that?
So the IREV, basically, you know that the results collected at the polling unit level will be uploaded there, and that is only what the law permits. So anything outside that is we're not privy to. So other than that, again, we expect that, I mean, that's why the wait is quite crucial. We expect that the official opening will let us into a whole lot of tabulations and decisions taken. There are two committees set up in this secretariat, and so they'll be making decisions and computing all of this and waiting for the recs to make their way here. I know that Ekiti will be expected first, not because that's the smallest state. I know that the smallest is usually like Imo and Abia, but Ekiti, because there was less violence recorded in that state, and unlike Imo, where we got a lot of incidences yesterday that required that voting be extended of some sort. So, but Ekiti will be here, and then they also expect spreadsheets coming in from other states. So, but we'll get information just as we receive them.